Right there. Hey guys, how are you doing today? This is your girl Yvonne Michelle from YvonneMichelle.com, and I am here in the Global Empowerment Group for Women. Also, I am hoping to move this and join another group. So before I go any further, I want you to share this. We have been doing this 21 day to gratitude and abundance. And so I'm just going to share it with a few of my groups um, that always do this. This has just been in the Global Empowerment group. It hasn't been in any of the other groups. So I'm just going to invite a few people to join us today. Let's put it in the after dark. Let's put it in. Oh, I shared it to the after dark group. Wonderful. So today we are here. We are on this journey to abundance and gratitude, and we want to grow and we want to thrive together. So I have a wonderful guest with me today who's going to be coming in. She's a self care transformational coach. And also, we're going to go through day 8 of what we have been going through the last 7 days. So, the phrase today, the mantra today, the wording that we are saying today is through the law of pure potentiality, I can create anything, anytime, anywhere. I'll read that again. Through the law of pure potentiality, I can create anything, anytime, anywhere. Now, I do want to congratulate those who have been on the journey. We've been on a complete week together, and it has been a good journey so far. But we still have another 14 days to go. 14 days to go, and so we are on this journey together. So we are on task 8. So what I want you to do is find at least 3 receipts of recent purchases. Write each one of them down. And remember that all that is invested is good and will return to itself 7 times. This is about having a blessing 7 times over. 7 times over. When it's 7 times over, it's 7 times 70. And that is a big number. So, number 7 is a number of perfection. If you do this 7 times, if it returns to you 7 times, it's a perfect investment. Now, receipts can be from anywhere. It could be from a supermarket, restaurant, personal items, car, health, hairdresser, employment, or entertainment. Wherever your receipts are, or whether they're electronic or they're paper, whether they're dated, whether they are not. And from now on each purchase receipt you have received, write this statement. So you're going to get your statements and you're going to write this down. Right? And remembering it is important not only what you write, but also how you write it. Because remember, death and life is in the power of the tongue. Everything that we do, we bring about life. We bring about death in every, get the words out, Yvonne, every capacity that we could think of. So words have power. Do we understand that? Words have power. So they help your mind build new programming and therefore helps you to create a new reality. Remember, we were talking about potentiality. What is your potential? What is in your potential now? What is in your toolbox? I want you to think about that, and I want you to start writing it down. What potential do you have? You know you've got a world of potential right now. You know that it's in you. You know that it's in you. And some of us feel like it's bursting to come out. And I'm going to challenge you to let that come out. So again, the phrase, through the law of pure potentiality, the law of your potential. You didn't know that there was a law about your potential, did you? This is about the law. And when we talk about law, we're talking about principles. We're talking about what goes up, comes down. Those kind of principles, right? So through the law of pure potentiality, I can create anything, anytime, anywhere. All right. So now we've been going through this, and I know that we have some people online, and those of you who want to join us. Those of you who have got comments, do put your comments in the comment thread as I introduce my guest today, who is Nelsa Christina. I was going to call her Katosa, but it's Nelsa Christina, who's here, who is a self-love transformational coach and author. And so I'm going to bring her into the room and we're going to have a conversation about our pure potentiality and being able to create anything, anytime, anywhere. And I do believe she's got a wonderful poem for us as well today. So I'm just going to bring her in. Please make her feel welcome. Hello, my darling. How are you?
Hi, hello. You know what? I got my receipts ready. Thank you. Thanks so much for having me, Yvonne. It's a pleasure to be here. It really is. I think I've been trying to get you to interview me for the longest, haven't I? So it's like, whatever you say, yes, I'm in. So yeah, super excited.
Great stuff. So now, tell us a little bit about yourself. Give us some of your background of what you do.
Okay, so my name's Nelsa. It's actually, my surname's Katoja, but my middle name's Christina. And I am a mother to an 18-year-old. I was also born in Mozambique, so my first language is actually Portuguese, and I speak them both fluently. I'm also an author of this book, Soul of a Woman, A Journey to Self-Love. I am also an international speaker as well, because I've gone into speaking in Portuguese and inspiring other people. My background is that I was a personal trainer. Prior to being a personal trainer, I also worked in the corporate world for many, many years. So going from PA to PT, which is personal trainer, from PT to transformation coach. So I've kind of gone through my own journey of working for other people and now working for myself. And so I think that's what I do. But my speciality really is helping women to reconnect with their own inner spirit in order to release that love that's within them. And how I fell into that is that I went into a journey of not loving myself. I didn't know I wasn't loving myself. And I had body dysmorphic disorder, which is a mental health related condition that goes undiagnosed, and it does cause severe anxiety, severe depression, social anxiety, even down to suicidal thoughts. So I actually experienced this for about 5 years of my life, but I decided I did not want a pill, nor could a pill fix me. And I went on to my own self-discovery journey. And in the process, I wrote a book. In the process, I've transformed my life in a space of 3 years, really. So yeah, it's been a beautiful, at times very challenging, but you know, if somebody said to me, Nelsa, would you like to go back and change what happened before? No, I would not change anything, because it's led me to what I do now and who I am. So yeah, that's me.
So you've had quite a journey, and in that journey, I mean, now you're living more of a life of gratitude, more a life of abundance, and this is what we're talking about on these 21 days to prepare us to go into the next year, 2021, so that our mindsets are ready and are in that space of time where we can really work to our highest and fullest potential, which brings us to today. And living and being in our fullest potentiality that we can anything we put our minds to. And I just, listening to your story and how you went through body dysmorphia and how you've changed your life over a period of 3 years. So, just so that the people that can hear us who are listening now and those who are on the replay would know that if they are in a similar situation, they too can overcome. Because in a short 3 years, you think is a long time, but really in this day and age where we're living, it's such a short space that, in no time you can change your life. You can change your thinking in a heartbeat. You can change your life, very, very quickly if you put your mind to it and are willing to do the work.
Definitely.
Yeah. So this is good, that you're here and you are a living example, a living testimony of somebody who has overcome.
Amen.
Yeah, who has overcome. I think for me that word for me today, overcome is a massive thing for me. I mean, as most people know, I lost a real dear friend, really
Yeah,
close.
condolences.
Yeah, thank you so much. And
Yeah.
one of the things, I was listening to one of his motivational talks today, and he was like, "Yes, we've overcome, we've made it." You know, larger than life characters. So when I look at you and I listen to your story, I see that you have overcome. You are an overcomer queen. You are, you know,
Yes.
and it just fills me with so much joy to have you here on this platform today. So I am now going to, because I know that you've got a poem for us, and you know you may have other things you want to share with us. So I'm going to ask you first how um, the poem that you picked, today, how that came about.
See, even though I mentioned that, yes, I've transformed my life over a space of 3 years, it doesn't mean that it took me that long to be happy, to took me that long to have. I would say I am here where I never thought I would ever be. However, the transformation, which is why it's good that you invited me, is that it took me 21 days,
Okay.
right? And the reason why it took me 21 days goes into feeding into what you said. It was 21 days of gratitude, Yvonne. And I'm standing here with, shivers down my spine because it was the moment that somebody said to me back in December 2017, and I
Mhm.
couldn't sleep. I could hardly get out of bed. I didn't even know what gratitude was, to be honest with you. And I said, I gave up on God. I'd gone to church, nothing was happening. And then this spiritual person came. When you need someone to tell you something, that person comes. I was decided I wanted to get my hair done. Funnily enough, I was getting locks done, just like you. I thought, I want a new look. I want to change my life. Even though I feel like crap, I've got to make an effort. My family needs my presence over Christmas. And, Christmas time, food is coming. I'm already afraid of the food that's going to be near me. That's how bad my anxiety was. And Amanda said to me, this amazing spiritual guy, God said to me, Nelza, just be grateful. And I said, how can I be grateful when I'm only sleeping 1 hour a day? He said, Nelza, just that 1 hour a day, just say I'm grateful. And this man had lost his wife, had almost committed suicide and mental health issues before. He was on medication, but he was like, my life is amazing. He had no job. And I was like, how can you be so happy? So I thought, you know what? Fine. I said, God's not doing nothing for me, but he goes, you don't have to go to church now. Just when you wake up in the morning, say thank you. So I said, okay, I'll try that. That's easy. And that's where I started, Yvonne. I started to wake up in the morning instead of the constant negative thought that was always like, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, I'm not going to get out of bed. It was like, I'm grateful today, God, I'm good. It wasn't God at first. It was like, thank you that I had 1 hour sleep. Thank you
Mhm.
that today's going to be a good day. Thank you that today I'm going to get out of the house. The simple things that I wasn't doing, I was thanking. And the more and more I did it, by Christmas, you can ask my family, they were like, Nelza, you're a different person. But the physicality of things hadn't changed. The emotions hadn't changed. But
Mm.
spiritually, I was thanking God for something. Then my conversations with God became deeper. I was like, God, I'm grateful for this 1 hour sleep. But come on now, give me more. I need to sleep. So the more I was grateful, the more I became more grateful for the smallest of things. And by January, I was like, I'm ready to make those positive changes now. Because all of a sudden, the negative thoughts in the morning disappeared. It was like I'm talking here and I'm like, I'm amazed because all of a sudden I used to wake up in the morning and go, hold on, I don't feel negative anymore. I'm not talking negative. Instead, I'm saying good things. And the feel good factor was within me. The spiritualness was growing within me. And I
Mhm.
was offloading because, sometimes when we're in a dark place, we don't want to always appear like we're complaining and moaning. I was
Yeah.
offloading to God. I was saying, God, I'm grateful. However, how can I now get more of what I'm grateful for? Now, how the questions was, because I'm also running a 21-day gratitude as well, like yourself in my group. And I
Mhm.
was like, don't ask the why. Why is this happening? You get stuck in a why. Ask how. Say, I'm not happy about this. I am grateful for the little things that you've given me. I'm not happy about this. How can I come forward? So that's how it changed. 21 days changed for me. And I run gratitude WhatsApp groups for free for some of my ladies as well. And we're also going through the gratitude one as well. And how I came about this poem is funny because I was looking for my book. I was like, where's this poem? And the poem is not in this book, right? I'll tell you when I wrote this poem. I wrote this poem because when we got hit with this virus, I
Mm.
don't like to say the name, but it is what it is. I was like, everyone's coming out there having their own talks about what it is and what it's not, what it is. And now that I'm talking, it has something to do with what you said as well. When I posted something on Facebook and you reached out, we didn't even know each other. You reached out to me and you left me a voice note and said, Nelza, that's not how you are. You know, people can be so. You gave me a really good word of wisdom. Do you remember?
Yeah,
Do you remember? And I was like, wow, this is exactly what I needed. And based on what you said, I took down my post because I'm not a negative person. And that post was in a way kind of negative, not me. And I realized what you said. It was something you said, and Hannah said the same thing. Both of you left me a voice note. And I was like, hold on a second, that's not me. So I thought instead of me lashing out to how I feel, because everybody's gone through something, you know, even though we're coaches, we help other women, we still have that human side of us that comes out sometimes. And I was like upset because somehow this virus was affecting everybody in different ways. And as me trying to give out good content to somebody, and it wasn't received in the right way, and then I'm posting something that is also not going to be received in the right way. So I thought, okay, I heal. One of the reasons why I heal is through gratitude, speaking to God, praying, listening to his word, listening to the Bible, and so forth and so forth. But I heal through my poetry. When I started to get better, I didn't know I was a poet. I just started to share little things on Facebook, and friends were like, Noza, you're really good. So when I had an issue within myself, my poetry spoke it out. So I wrote it in my journal. So during COVID, I was like, okay, how can I write down how I feel about this whole situation? And that's why the gratitude is not in the book, because the book was launched in February. I wrote the gratitude as we were on lockdown. And that's what it came from. It was just like, I'm actually grateful, even though this is a drastic situation that we're all in. I had to show gratitude for the fact that I was still alive. I had to show gratitude for the fact that I've survived all those years of mental health issues. I had to show gratitude that, you know what, as we're losing a lot of loved ones, but I'm so grateful I can still say something and make a difference with my voice, or I can hug somebody, I can hug myself, I use this time effectively during COVID to heal my relationship, continue to heal my relationship with myself, with my daughter, with my loved ones, and the things I was in control of. And that's where the poem came from.
Fantastic. So I'm eager to hear this.
I've actually got a video out on YouTube, so I can share that afterwards, but I'm going to just read it from here. So I finally was like, where is this poem? It's actually in my phone. So I'm going to read from my phone.
Okay.
Gratitude. I often sit alone, full of gratitude, while the tears stream down like a water fountain erupting from the steam, waiting to burst. Why the tears, you may ask? It's my emotions' way of expressing just how much I can feel. It's my emotions' contentment roaring like a lioness. I am alive. I can breathe. I didn't give up. I simply let them flow in full glow, never shutting them down, always letting them know. They exist. They matter. They are mine. I'm thankful that I can feel. In the midst of the darkness, the struggle to feel connected whilst I remain disconnected affected my ability to even smile, or to feel the love for my creation while she fought for my affection and just a little bit of attention. I was so focused on my depression that the tension or situation created a dark temptation of condemnation. Sadness was my detention. Crying was pointless, so hurting myself was my self-expression, so I could feel alive. Now you see why I am grateful. In the midst of what many may seem as a destruction of the world, Corona, it's a tragedy with a blessing. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Acceptance is key. Look at the situation with mindfulness. Embrace the uncertainty. Take time out just to say, I am grateful I can breathe. Let go of what once was and will never be. Forgive those who hurt you, even yourself. The world will never be the same again. I agree. And what's wrong with that? Change is inevitable. It means transformation towards anything you desire to have, do, or be. Can't you see why gratitude can be your greatest altitude? Begin to be grateful for the smallest of things. Smile, even if it feels gloom. Cry just because. Laugh because you can. Love because it's within you.
Oh, it's amazing. Thank you for sharing that. There
Thank
was some keys in that. Keys acceptance, is one of the biggest things that helps us to move forward. And a lot of the
you.
time, we fight against our own self. We don't forgive. That was another
That's
thing I put in there. Self-forgiveness is the one of the biggest things that once we tap into, that will change our very existence. It will change us at our core. And I think we sometimes forget that was such a powerful um, poem. So where can people find your stuff, Nelson?
So I'm on Facebook as Nails of Christine. I'm always liking all of Yvonne's stuff anyway. So you see the what's it called, the little stalker. And I'm also on Instagram, Nails of Christina. My book is on Amazon. I'll also share my website with Yvonne so she can put it on there, because I do a really lovely self-care, self-love book bundles that comes with a book, a journal, pen, candles, sweets, of this amazing book. And it's written with poetry, story of what I did to overcome, and different journeys. So you've got the journey from acceptance down to the journey of self-love. So I cover forgiveness, letting go, embracing, and then it's also got a coaching exercise for every particular journey that you do. And a lot of the exercises are one that you mentioned, Yvonne. I've got the mirror work in there. I've also got writing letters to myself, writing letters of forgiveness. So all the exercises are super, super simple. And it's a guide for those who, we coaches do a lot of deep work. But for those who want to do the work themselves or may not be in a financial situation to be able to afford a coach, this book is actually your own guide, and you work on it. So sometimes, for example, change is a process, right? So sometimes I've done the acceptance, and then at one point in my life, I'm like, I need to go for forgiveness. I'll pick up the chapter on forgiveness. I read the poem. It connects with what I'm going through. I do the exercise. I'm good now. I can put the book down. So it just becomes like a little guide and a little Bible that anyone can use. So yeah, so that's where you can find me. And I also have a coaching Instagram called Free2, which is number 2, Embrace Me. And that's what I do a lot more with regards to the body dysmorphic disorder, the emotional eating, binge eating, and all those sorts of things that I sort of coach my clients with. So yeah, that's where I am.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for being here
Thank you,
today.
honey.
It's been an amazing pleasure. We will do this again.
Mm,
This on a bigger scale. I believe. I do believe that as the new year comes in and lots of plans are going on in the background, I will be inviting you back on here in a
thank
big.
you.
So thank you so much. I do hope that what Nelson has given today, I hope that the poem has touched you and that you've taken something and it's helped you also on your journey, on your day eight journey to gratitude, to abundance. Because I believe that once you get into the gratitude, it leads
Mm,
to a place of abundance. And abundance is something that is a 360 experience. It's not just about money. As
yeah,
people think, oh, to be abundant, you've got to have money. It's not about money. It's about wellness. It's about you fulfilling your life's role. It's like being in the right place in as you go on your journey. So abundance is a lot bigger than
mm,
money. And
mm,
so gratitude is the fuel to take you to the journey, to take you to the destination. Should I
that's
say
right.
abundance is the destination and
Mm,
the gratitude is the the fuel to get you there.
right.
So I want to thank you all for joining me today. I will be back tomorrow with day 9, and we will have on Monday we have no tomorrow we have Tony Cox on. He's coming to share some. We did some work on money. And Tony was supposed to come on, was going to come on yesterday, and so was Barbara. But what I've done is Tony's going to come on tomorrow, Saturday, and then Barbara's going to come on Monday. So we're going to kind of backtrack because I wasn't here yesterday with everything that went on. So we're just going to backtrack and pick up those things, some affirmations on money, how as a community can come together and create our own wealth as well. I think that's really important to me is us creating our own wealth and having a hub. We were speaking about partners. We were talking about all kinds of things
Oh,
that
nice.
we've grown up with, you know, those kinds of things. So,
Mm.
but we're also using the 21 days, the mantras and everything to undergird everything that we do. So I'll be back here tomorrow at midday. Today, as I said, our mantra for today is through the law of pure potentiality, we can create anything, anytime, anywhere. Anytime, anything, anywhere. That's who we are. We are creators and we can do it. If we just put it out there, we can. We have the potential to do it. And so we're going to leave you with that. And I hope that that stirs you on today. I hope that it girds you and it moves you from where you were yesterday, completely different place today. But we will be back tomorrow at 12. And we will see you right here in the same place. Nelsa, thank you so much.
Thank you, honey.
So much. And also we'll put Nelsa's details on here as well. If you'd like to contact her directly, you can do that as well. But for now, ciao, ciao.
Ciao.
Bye.